Hey guys, something big here for you. We have, as always, we do our performance of the week, and I'll be honest, there had a little technical difficulties, so we get the chance now to give you our week 4 performance of the week, and let's dive into it here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it is our performance of the week, brought to you by Casmium Sports, powered by Casmium Sports, I should say, the 2024 edition. And let's get right into it here, shall we? We're going to start off with Caleb Lefevre, who, again, against Sioux City East, was dynamic. Game 1 went 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Turned around in Game 2, pitched a gem. 8 strikeouts through 7 innings pitched. Absolutely just shut down the door, made it very hard, and was a big factor in Game 1, coming all the way back down 5-0 to win 11-5, and, of course, blank him in the next game there. So big shout-out to him. And of course, Chase Clarahan, Belle Plaine, just really had no shot in the end. 5 runs driven in, all of 3 hits. 2 of them were big bombs, and that's how he helped bring in 5 runs there. And you know what I'm a big fan of as well? I'm a big fan of those who can step up above their weight class, so to speak. And what I say is because Kaylor Jones against Urbandale, a 4A squad that's been a perennial power here not too long ago, back-to-back 4A champions. He went the distance with them. 7 innings pitched. He did exactly what he needed to do. No, he gave up no hits, no earned runs, and that's a type of performance you just don't get every single week. So again, Kaylor Jones, tip of the cap to you, dude. That's a heck of a day. And then, of course, Blake Davis. Hillcrest is a tough opponent, but man, look at this. In the end, you go ahead and be a one-man show like Blake Davis did. 10 strikeouts, and then on the other side of it, a home run, 2 runs driven in. That's a one-man wrecking crew right there. And we move on to Charlie DeVergston. We've known him as, again, one of the top pitchers across the state. And against Cherokee Washington, he proved it again. He went 6 innings, didn't give up a single hit. And by the way, you only have 21 outs to work with in high school ball. 16 of them in this game were solely from DeVergston. So again, he gets the nod there, as well as Bowen Benny. And excuse me if I say that wrong, but Bowen gets a 3-hit, 2-home run performance to drive in 8. That is stellar. That's always what we want to see. Good. I mean, that's phenomenal out of him, and he goes ahead and takes the cake there. And moving along here, another nomination, Cooper Wyerson. If I'm saying that incorrectly, please correct me. Against Riceville, 8 2/3 innings pitched. And again, when you only have a couple of strikeouts, meaning really 2, that did not, a couple of outs that did not come from the strikeout, you're doing something right here. Again, what a performance here by Cooper, and just a phenomenal outing there. Again, you just don't see that very often with 19 strikeouts. And moving along, Cameron Templeton against Monticello. I mean, we love multiple stretches, but when you can do what he's doing in one game, crossed the plate 4 times, 3 stolen bases, also added a double in the mix. That, you talk about one-man wrecking crew, he was certainly that here today and more. Phenomenal outing by him. Great job done there. And, of course, great jobs all around. Grant Sorensen against Unity Christian. I mean, he was just on a tear. 3 hits total. In the end, 2 of them going for triples. So across these last 2 weeks, we've had 2 individuals with 2 triples in the same game. Grant Sorensen being one of those, of course, driving into himself. Of course, Tyson Partlow against Panorama. I mean, the Wildcats got something there, and a guy that can not only go the distance, but has routinely. This time, 7 innings, no runs allowed, 8 strikeouts. That is a performance worthy of being our performance of the week. But we move on here with Drake Steele against Nottoway Valley. That's hard to do. Look at this. 12 strikeouts, no earned runs, 6 innings. I think there's a lot of good pitching talent in the state, I would say. And, of course, the last few here, as we continue to rock on, making sure I get everything here. Again, we move now on to Braden Todd against Ottumwa. Again, you moving on up that ladder a couple different classes, and you still end up with 3 hits, 2 of those being for the long ball, and of course, with all that encapsulated, the offensive performance highlighted by 6 runs driven in. How do you do that? Really, Braden Todd, how do you do that? You managed to make it look easy. He does, and of course, he gets a nod here as well. And also, James Townsley. Coon Rapids Bayard has proven to be a strong program yet again this year. Townsley just made it look easy. You know, he went the full distance in seven innings, only giving up 3 hits, which, again, for Coon Rapids Bayard is enough to win them game most times. But when you have 10 strikeouts from Townsley, very tough to do anything with. So James Townsley gets the nod here as well. And then I also wanted to give a special nod here as well to Lake Cowman out of Pella. Phenomenal outing from him. He goes a full 4-week stat line here, which, by the way, I would urge you, whether it's one game or a couple different games or an entire week, if you feel it's worthy, let us know. In the end, we got a submission here for Lake Cowman and his week 4 stat line, which includes 13 hits. That's a lot. Wow. And he matched that basically hit for hit with an RBI and then some. 14 runs driven in, 8 extra base hits on the week alone. You know, some players take 2 weeks to get that whole stat line. He ends up doing it in just 1 week. So again, he gets the nod there as well. So with that, all of our nominations are in. And again, as always, hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, wherever you can get to us. Give us your nominations throughout the week. We'll tally them, we'll put them in a list, and we'll get the chance. And as always, normally on the show, when we don't have a little bit of a tech glitch, we will be able to get it on our high and tight program. From here, we're just going to do a little special on it. And let's go ahead and get our, we're going to go ahead and get our, as I get my stuff ready, we're going to get our winner in. So let's go ahead and get the roll going. The winner here is the performance up 2 classes. It's Kayla Jones of Pleasantville. He ends up taking our week 4 performance of the week. 7 innings, not a single scratch, not a single blemish in terms of hits or earned runs against a 4A opponent. So they go up and they go ahead and shut down Urbandale, blank them 8-0. Kayla James, a big part of that, and he is our performance of the week. So again, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and get your thoughts in on more. Who is your nomination? And you got to go ahead and get in there and vote on Sundays. A big part of this is your vote. We put in some as well, but it's mainly your vote that decides who gets what. And Kayla James ends up taking the win here on this one in our week 4 performance of the week.